With the burning, unwavering, and humble desire to change the face of real estate and capital investment, not just in Nigeria, but also in Africa, Sentinel was born. Lots of individuals and businesses have been helped to acquire lands in various destinations of choice. But beyond acquiring lands, many have been assisted to make wise decisions that has guaranteed their future financial freedom.
Sentinel! Assisting you succeed! Why we stick to our word? Sentinel! Assisting you succeed! Sentinel! Assisting you succeed!
With the loads of testimonies, I bet you thought Sentinel has been running for a long time. Well, newsflash, Sentinel is 5.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. For these 5 years, we can say we are thankful to God because it has been God all the while. And of course, God has sustained us in business and He has seen us through.
The mission of assisting people succeed in business has been from inception at the core of our corporate decisions, and it's a major driver of our operation. And there have been chronicle of experiences, laurels, and achievements we recorded in the past, fulfilling that singular mission of assisting people to succeed.
The Sentinel story is a journey from grace to grace, an inspiration for anyone about to start their race, a proof that stability is as key as pace, and a testimony that nothing grows better than grace.
The early stage when we started, I can remember those times of which myself and Mr. Iman went to Alaba International Market when we were marketing one of our products. The product you invest minimum of 15,000 naira every month for 2 years for one investment. And it happened that we needed to raise funds from that product for us to go into real estate business. And we went into the market. We met with a couple of friends, and in fact, not even just one of them, almost all of them turned us down. We started with zero capital. There was no money. I remember one of the women then that was even closer to our office also, who actually bought into because of relationship, and she invested the first 15,000 for the first 1 month. After 2 months, she didn't pay again, and she came back to us and said the uncle said she should come and collect the money. What happened? He said they don't pay that, we will hold up, and we have no option than to refund the 15,000 naira. At a point, it looks as if with this work, with this not work. Of course, through the mentors, we were able to overcome that hurdles. Through their advice and in the way of which we were able to, talk things over, we didn't go for borrowing again. To an extent that we even acquire even our first estate, even without paying money. And that is that. So sales have known from the beginning, not to talk about when the dollar started rising. The economy changed. We went into recession. Nobody want to talk about, buying of land. And along the line, COVID-19 set in and all of that. So it was really tough. It was really challenging. Or am I going to talk about the time of which we don't have money for transportation? After a powerful presentation and tell people how we can assist them to succeed, of course, there was no sales generated at Ikeja along. The transportation increased, and it was already night. And what we have in our pocket was 300 naira. I called him and said, bro, we need to start another ministry here now. And what was the ministry? Ministry of trekking. So we enter into trekking and trek from, of course, we trek from inside down to the bus stop. From bus stop, we trek down to Egbeda so that the money can be enough for us to come down to Iba. So, but today we thank God that, of course, in fact, I hardly trek these days.
These 5 years have been obviously a story of grace to grace. I want you to sit back, relax, as we journey through the Sentinel 5-year story. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Chidera.
I'm Favor.
I'm Shimizie.
And I'm Regina.
We are so happy Sentinel is 5.
Sentinel is assisting you to succeed. To what extent would you say this has been realized in these 5 years?
Looking at the last 5 years I've been in business, we have seen people who joined us as business associates turn millionaires within few months. That's a massive result. That's a massive achievement. In fact, for them, Sentinel is God sent. So that mission is so real that whenever we shout Sentinel assisting you to succeed, is no longer a slogan, it's an experience. Going further, we have also fulfilled our promise to our productive workforce, that some of them have really gotten expensive gifts and items owing to their massive production in hundreds of millions from company. Now, people would want to think that some of these things we do are just to show. No, it is part of fulfilling that mission, because beyond commission, there are so many things that we're also looking up to people who are working with us. We don't expect them to use their money to buy them, like house appliances, some important things that will make their life better and make their life more efficient and all of that. So we have seen a whole lot of them who have carted away with gifts worth hundreds of thousands and enrolled over these last 5 years, and they are grateful. And it is credence to this singular mission of assisting people to succeed. Individuals also have really benefited from our corporate social responsibility strategy we call SENTI-GIST. A lot of people, and especially during the 2020 COVID hit, we were able to grant succor to a lot of people, and most people, even in some less privileged homes, people with disability and all of that, they have enjoyed our warmth, they have enjoyed our care, and they have seen indeed that Sentinel is putting back to the society what they are also making out of their business. So it's an incredible experience how you see people cry that if not for what you have given him, we wouldn't know where next meal will come from. It is quite emotional for me seeing such with this initiative in these last 5 years. Again, we have given out cars, free cars, even though they are built on production. We have fulfilled that also promise of assisting people to succeed. Like I was discussing one of our associates a few days ago, I told him one of the things you'll be glad to have this year, that your first car, you won't use your money to buy it, and the person is working towards it. It makes us happy. I know when we started, we have no car. It was even the third year we are able to get a car, but here we are giving people a car. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? So these are some of the things that also lay credence to assisting people to succeed. Again, this year, we make it 4 consecutive times we have taken our business workforce to all expense paid trip to Dubai. This is something we couldn't see ourselves experiencing when we began. But today, look at what vision has brought to people. Look at what vision has done to people. That's why I believe in people. So with all we have done, you can see that a whole lot are even warming up for this year Dubai. And we are grateful that we are keeping up with that. And the last but not the least, looking at our corporate mission, is the fact that we have made our weekly training free for all our business associates, where we share content, experiences on the things that will help our business associates to do well in the industry, to do well with us, running a career as realtors and as businessmen and women. This is something that they would have paid heavily to go have. But since we started till now, we have not collected any kobo for training, and people are really grateful. And that's why every Mondays and Friday, you see people trooping in, because they know indeed it's a great value we are offering them free of charge.
State 1 or 2 landmarks, strides, history to remember for year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4, and now year 5.
Our first 1 year in business, that was the time of which we had the first associate drive that will help us to be able to market our product. Of course, we had the first promo. That promo we give out Okada. We're already having about 3 locations, 2 in Lagos here, 1 in the East. So we thought of having the first half. The second year in business, that was when to move from that's a small shop office to 2 small shop office. That time we were already having over 100, associates, business associates. The second shop we had was no longer containing people, so we now had to move across to rent a bigger space, a training hall that we were now using. It was also within the second year in business that we had the first staff retreat. We had our a brand ambassador. But as at the third year, it was very obvious that in fact that entire environment cannot contain us. In fact, the numbers of associates shoot. In fact, the staff strength also increased for us to be able to manage our people and manage our clients very well. We now have to move to a bigger complex where we are now doing business. And of course, it was within this third year also that we had the first trip to Dubai, a free 1-week trip, all expense paid by the company. So in fact, when they got to Dubai, they never wanted to come back to Nigeria. We said, please, let's go. There are a lot of things to do. You can always come back to Dubai. It was during the 4th year, we gave out, the first staff car. We bought cars for our associates. We had a lot of gifts, a lot of awards that we have given out to our associates, upholsteries, generators, plasma televisions. We have refrigerators to a lot of persons, a lot of gifts. List watches was flowing. At the 4th year, we already produced over 10 millionaires. From there, we had quite numbers of associates. So our numbers shoot over 2,000 marketers. And at the same time, as at the 4th year, we're having about 15 locations. And of course, we have done different allocations as at the 4th year. Now, if you talk about the 5th year in business, associates now collecting cars. Customers want cars, Then at the same time, we have launched different products. Of course, we have also gone to Dubai. And also more staffs have also been added to us. So this is what we've been able to do within these 5 years in business.
Okay, here we go with beautiful interactive session and feedback from the amazing staff of Sentinel.